What if the people you see on your screen every day, the leaders shaping our world, the celebrities grabbing our attention aren't what they seem? What if beneath their familiar human skin lies a scaly, ancient secret? Tonight, we're digging into one of the wildest, most persistent theories out there, the claim that a hidden group of shape-shifting reptilians is secretly running the world. From the halls of government to the heights of Hollywood, we'll explore the claims that suggest humanity might not be in the driver's seat at all. This isn't just a sci-fi plot. For millions, it's a terrifying reality. The only question is, are they wrong? Before we go any further, this episode was inspired by a request from one of you. Shout out to Edwin DeLeon 2556 for suggesting this topic. The idea of powerful, intelligent, reptile-like beings isn't new. In fact, it's a story as old as civilization itself, baked into our most ancient myths and religions. Across the globe, separated by oceans of thousands of years, our ancestors told strangely similar stories of serpent gods who came down from the sky. In ancient Mesopotamia, people whispered of the Anunnaki, powerful gods who came from the heavens. While mainstream scholarship views these as mythological figures, theorists point to certain art with serpent motifs and ask if they were historical records instead of just symbols. In their view, these beings were creators and lawgivers, gifting knowledge to early humanity. If you travel to ancient Egypt, the serpent is a symbol of divine power. The uraeus, a rearing cobra, was worn on the crowns of pharaohs, believed to protect them and legitimize their rule. In Mesoamerica, the Aztecs and Mayans worshipped Quetzalcoatl, a feathered serpent god of creation and wisdom. In India, the semi-divine Naga are respected as powerful serpent beings who guard the sacred realms. Even in the biblical book of Genesis, it is a serpent, a shapeshifter that tempts humanity and changes its destiny forever. These aren't just a few random legends. From China's powerful dragons to the snake dances of the Hopi in North America, the reptilian figure is a global phenomenon. Believers in the theory ask a simple question: how could so many disconnected cultures all create such specific myths about serpent gods? Is it just a shared psychological symbol for transformation and danger? Or could it be a fragmented collective memory of a time when our gods were reptiles? The idea of hidden serpent men really took off in the pulp fiction of the early 20th century, especially in the stories of Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan the Barbarian. His serpent men were a race of shape-shifting reptilian humanoids who infiltrated humanity from underground. But what started as fiction would soon be presented as fact. Enter David Icke, a former BBC sports reporter who became a professional conspiracy theorist. In 1999, Icke published his book, The Biggest Secret, which launched the modern reptilian conspiracy theory into mainstream. According to Icke, humanity isn't at the top of the food chain. He claims that a race of tall, blood-drinking, shape-shifting reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconis star system have been controlling our planet for thousands of years. Icke's theory says that these reptilians, who he also calls the Anunnaki, created a hybrid bloodline by interbreeding with early humans. He claims this fusion of human and reptilian DNA has been carefully maintained through generations of the global elite. According to Icke, this reptilian human network includes some of the world's most powerful families: the British royal family, the Rothschilds, the Bush family, and a huge web of political leaders, corporate bosses, and top celebrities. He claims these people aren't just metaphorically cold-blooded. They are literal descendants of an alien race hiding their true form. Icke alleges that these beings stay in their human form using holographic technology or some kind of molecular control, but their real power comes from a much darker source. He claims that they need to consume human blood or energy feeding off negative emotions like fear, stress, and conflict to keep their disguise and power. Suddenly, the endless wars, financial crashes, and social chaos don't seem so random. Are they just tragic human mistakes? Or are they engineered events designed to cook up a feast of negative energy for our hidden rulers? Icke's ideas, once pushed to the fringe, have gained a shocking amount of support. He has lectured to crowds of thousands in dozens of countries. His theories have become a key part of modern conspiracy culture. For skeptics, the whole reptilian theory is pure fantasy. But for believers, the proof is everywhere if you just know how to look for it. The internet is flooded with supposed evidence, all of it asking us to question what we see. The most common proof comes from video glitches. Believers spend hours scanning news broadcasts and interviews, looking for moments when the mask slips. An odd glint in an eye, where a pupil seems to flash into a vertical reptilian slit. Public figures like Queen Elizabeth II, Mark Zuckerberg, and Justin Bieber have all been put under this microscope, with countless videos analyzing their every move for signs of a reptilian nature. Then you have eyewitness accounts. While many are just anonymous online posts, one of the most famous is the Lacerta Files. These documents, which first showed up online in the early 2000s, claim to be the transcript of a 1999 interview with a female reptilian being named Lacerta. According to the files, Lacerta isn't an alien, but part of an ancient species native to Earth that evolved millions of years before humans and lives in huge secret underground cities. In the interview, she supposedly describes humanity as a genetic experiment that's easily controlled. Though completely unsubstantiated, the files have become a kind of sacred text for many believers. Finally, there is symbolism. Proponents see reptilian influence hidden in plain sight, tucked away in corporate logos and national symbols. The serpent has always been a symbol of power, wisdom, and deception. From the medical symbol of the rod of Asclepius to the serpent designs in the Vatican, believers argue that it's not a coincidence, but a deliberate branding by the ruling class, a quiet nod to their true family tree. The sheer volume of these claims is staggering, and it's easy to get lost down the rabbit hole. It brings up a lot of questions, and we want to know what you think. Have you seen any of these glitch videos? What do you make of the ancient serpent myths? Let us know in the comments below. If our world is really being run by shape-shifting lizards, the biggest question is, why? What is their endgame? The theories are as varied as they are terrifying. The most popular theory, made famous by David Icke, is that they're emotional vampires. They feed on negative human energy, fear, anxiety, depression, hate. These aren't just sad parts of life, but a deliberately farmed food source. In this view, our society is a farm. The constant stream of bad news, the political fighting, the shaky economy, it all serves a purpose. It keeps us stressed out and scared, producing the perfect energetic meal for the reptilian rulers. Another major theory is all about resources. Earth is a rare planet, rich in water, minerals, and life. According to this idea, the reptilians are here to manage and exploit those resources, and humanity is just a workforce or an obstacle. This connects to other conspiracies about depopulation, where things like pandemics or new technologies are seen as secret tools to shrink the human population to a more manageable size. A more complicated motive goes back to their supposed history with us. The Lacerta Files and other stories suggest that humans are a genetic creation of different alien races. In this version, the native reptilians see themselves as the real guardians of Earth and see humanity as a violent, unpredictable species that needs to be kept in check. Their control isn't pure evil, but a twisted necessity to stop us from destroying ourselves and the planet. They're the zookeepers, we're the animals. Whatever their motive might be, all the theories agree on one thing: human freedom is an illusion. For every piece of evidence for the reptilian theory, there is a rational, scientific, or psychological explanation. And while it's tempting to fall down the rabbit hole of a grand conspiracy, we have to look at what this theory is actually built on. First off, there is zero viable, verifiable, scientific evidence that shape-shifting reptilians exist. None. The theory's roots aren't in ancient history, but in 20th century fiction. The Serpent men that were created by author Robert E. Howard for his fantasy stories in the 1920s, those ideas were later mixed with occult beliefs about lost continents like Lemuria and its dragon men, and eventually got absorbed into UFO lore after World War II. David Icke didn't uncover a hidden truth. He brilliantly stitched together decades of science fiction, fantasy, and old conspiracies into one giant meta-conspiracy. The so-called evidence is easily debunked by totally normal things. Video compression, motion blur, and bad lighting can create all kinds of visual tricks that our brains, which are wired to see patterns, can mistake for scales or weird eyes. It's a psychological tic called pareidolia. It's why we see faces in clouds or figures in toast. And it's why a blurry video frame can look like a reptilian eye to someone who's already looking for one. Psychologically, believing in theories like this often come from a deep need for answers in a chaotic world. Studies show that people who feel a lack of control in their own lives are more likely to believe that hidden groups are pulling the strings. It can be more comforting to believe that all the suffering in the world is part of an evil plan than to accept that it's often just random and senseless. It provides a simple answer to a huge question. Why is there so much bad in the world? The answer? Monsters are in charge. Critics also point out that the reptilian narrative can be a cover for older, uglier prejudices. The theory often targets powerful Jewish figures like the Rothschilds, echoing anti-Semitic myths about secret, blood-drinking groups controlling the world. This has had real-world consequences. The man behind the 2020 Nashville bombing was reportedly influenced by this belief system, having sent materials about lizard people to his acquaintances before the attack. So here we are, caught between ancient myths and modern paranoia. On one hand, you have a strange consistency of serpent gods all through history as creators, rulers, and tricksters. You have thousands of passionate believers and a mountain of evidence that, at first glance, seems to bend reality. It's a story that offers a neat, if terrifying, explanation for all the chaos in our world. On the other hand, you have science and reason. You have simple explanations for video glitches, a clear trail from Pulp Fiction to modern conspiracy, and a psychological understanding of why our brains are so quick to find monsters in the shadows. You have a theory that can fuel dangerous prejudices and cause real-world harm. Are the world's elites secretly lizards in human suits, feeding on our fear and controlling our destiny? Or is this just a theory, the ultimate projection of our own anxieties, a modern myth we created to make sense of a world that feels out of control, where our leaders seem so disconnected from us that they might as well be from another planet? The answer is still out there, hidden somewhere between ancient stone carvings and modern video clips. Perhaps the next time you see a world leader on TV, you'll look a little closer, because sometimes the scariest thing isn't what hides in the shadows. It's what's standing right in front of us. If this journey into the unknown sparked your curiosity, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. Until next time, keep questioning.